A little power wheelie.
Still there, they somehow managed to work.
What's on the other side? We don't know. Oh, lots of traffic coming up. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Okay, so part of the problem here, if we look at the plan method here, are we the active threat? Because there's no road surface, there's no cars, nothing right now. We are the active threat by going too fast. We're not putting ourselves in a position for safety. We need to be putting ourselves in a position for safety. So we're not doing the right thing here.
Still there,
We're doing something really stupid. And now we're in a bad spot where we can't slow down enough. We can't stop in time. We're not going to be able to do anything. So what are the three things we can do? We put ourselves in this situation. Don't do that. But at the end of the day, when you're on a motorcycle and you're about to crash and you're going to have a close call, what are three things we can do? Swerve, accelerate, and brake. We have to find that escape path. Okay? So what are we going to do? He found an escape path. I want to point out right here, this is as much room as you need for an escape path. That's it. So don't panic and be like, I need to stop. You can go through a little gap like this for your escape path. Same thing right here. You can just, this little bit of room is an escape path. So don't feel like, oh, I'm not going to be able to make it. I'm not going to be able to make it. You can. Keep those knees in. Exactly. Oh, rear-ended. Concerned about that leg. Oh, we lost our exhaust. You'll hear it, you'll feel it. I like The Offspring, but we can't listen to that. It's copyrighted music, so here we go. Oh, going a little too fast around the corner. Slipping and sliding everywhere. So speed is a factor here. So maybe if we lower our speed, we're not going to have these issues. What do we got here? We got probably, I don't know if it's copyrighted music. Don't run over your foot. Don't run over your foot. There it is. That will crush some toes. Be careful where you put your feet. This is why it's also important to keep your feet up on the pegs. So how are you going to be able to do that at a slow speed? That's where practice slow speed maneuvers, friction zone, throttle control. Practice everything inside here. The Smart Rider drills. Check it out. Link in the description. Digital print. And you can actually get one with all the cones. You only need 10 cones or 5 tennis balls cut in half. Practice in a parking lot so you can keep your feet up. And she doesn't know. She's not going to know. Like, she's not going to feel that. All right, so here we go. We're going 45. We weren't speeding like that. The flow of traffic. What do we got here? Anybody behind us? No, that's an open lane pattern. Anybody want to switch over? Decides to change lanes in another intersection, nearly hits you. Okay, perfect. That's perfectly fine. It is what it is. They did not want to go. Let's see. Is that going to be an exit only lane? Yeah, so they changed their mind. Maybe they were looking at the GPS and it's actually the next exit they were supposed to be taking. But this is an open lane pattern. You notice how there's 3 of them in this video alone. And corners, we've seen a bunch of corner crashes. You're starting to understand intersections, rider behavior, driver behavior, like what's going to cause the crash, what's going to cause the issue for you. So if you don't do those things, you're going to be perfectly fine. So right here, we have that open lane pattern. That person does not want to be in that lane for whatever reason. There is an open lane right in front of you. Do not ride side by side with them. Ride staggered like you're in a group ride, but with other cars. So even if you're not doing group rides with other motorcycles, you're doing group rides with other cars when you're riding on the road by yourself. Same thing with driving. So you see how we're getting closer and closer to the blind spot? What I do is that I wait until after the intersection because that's a decision point. I wait until after the intersection to get side by side or to move. And if I need to, I'm going to position myself off a little bit over here to the left. So if they do come over, I have a very easy, nice swerve to the next lane versus right here where I have to do a big swerve to the next lane. Smaller movements, easier. I prep ahead of time. Just like if when you're getting ready for school as a little kid, or even for me when I was as an adult firefighting, I put all my uniform, my clothes out the night before. I just put it out the night before, so then the next morning, all I have to do is I already have everything prepped and ready, done, put it on, out the door. It's the same thing when you're out here riding. Get yourself in a better position, prepped, before you have to do the thing, and it's just a quick switch. Don't wait. That's when panic and anxiety comes up. Okay. Don't pass on the right. We're going too fast. Don't pass on the right. Because people will turn right randomly. They don't anticipate you being there. All right, nice and easy. One sec, what was that speed? We're going 100 kilometers an hour. Does that, for those of you that don't live in America, right? Is that saying that that's what you're supposed to be doing? You're supposed to be doing 50 kilometers an hour? Or is that like the recommended for the turn? Because that makes sense when you're going too fast for the turn. Now you're over here. Okay, so we're going double. Minor accident, major repair bill. I want to point out something though. Outside of the terrible music. Oh, geez. I want to point something out though. If you're going to be practicing your wheelies or anything like that, this is the good spot. So that was the speed limit, 50? Okay, perfect. See? It was going double the speed limit, went wide. This is the perfect area to practice your slow speed maneuvers or your wheelies. There's no traffic. You're lowering your risk. You're taking a risk, but you're practicing your skills. This right here is the area you want to do it because if you did crash and you're doing this in like an intersection or downtown, you could possibly get hit by a vehicle. So go ahead and do this here. That's a great parking lot for the Smart Road Trails, by the way. All right, here we go. Okay, passing on the right, that wasn't smart. He wants to go over and probably turn right or get around everybody. That was an open lane pattern, kind of the same thing. Look ahead. You don't know if anybody's gonna open their doors on their cars that are parked. Don't stay side by side. Let it go. Non-issue. 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 Getting a little angry. Yeah, we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on. Don't really care about that. All right, so lane filtering, because all the vehicles are stopped, is perfectly fine. We're going pretty chill, about 24. Oh, he saw it. He saw it in the mirrors, so go ahead and let him over. This guy has some good situational awareness. I'm assuming the guy up ahead is gonna be the one that crashes. So, how do we rescue? How do we rescue? There it is. So the person that isn't speeding through traffic is fine. The person that is speeding through traffic is not. It's gonna let you know what you should be doing and what you should not be doing.
And you suffer from erectile dysfunction.
All right, here we go.
If you do, I got just what you
Pay
need.
attention.
Take it by
Got very lucky. Got very lucky. You notice how he's just not paying attention, looking around.
I got just what you need. Take it Viagra.
So what's the thing that we should be doing? All right, come on.
You run this, and your erection will last longer than 4 hours.
All it took was 1 second. All right. I mean, how far do you really travel in 1 second, right? Okay, so we had a vehicle pull out. So we're going in a sharp turn, made it through. While it was around the corner, we caught up to the car. So good job with the progressive braking. Good job with the progressive braking around that turn. Okay, so practice your braking. All right, what does that say? So probably speed wobbles. So hitting a bump or something. What is this, little e-bike? Oh, tiny little bike. So what happened? Take a look at this right here. Of course he crashed, but why did he crash? You saw him kind of flip up a little bit. So they teach you in the MSF, and this is something that you should probably practice, and this is where I like to practice. I don't have a 2x4 or, you know, a 2x6 that the MSF uses. Okay, they throw a little 2x4 on the ground, you go over it, you practice like lifting your butt up and blipping the throttle. So right here, I practice these every now and then whenever I'm in a parking lot. It just lift your butt up on every little speed bump. So if you want to practice going over an obstacle, go to a parking lot that has speed bumps and practice going over the speed bump. There's a lot of things you can do that you don't have to go to the MSF, and that's part of the system. The first book will take you through everything, but you can practice everything. we go, going around the corner. Nice and easy. They switched over to double lane. Not a big deal. We were staggered. You notice how when they went over, we didn't get even sideswiped because we were riding staggered. Not a big deal. Move on. Very good. All right, look at the road. Oh, somebody crashed. They crashed coming around. I was about to use my hand, but they crashed probably coming around this way too fast and made it on the side of the road. So once again, when we see somebody on the side of the road and there's no police or fire or anybody helping, this is our opportunity to help out. So when we see that, you're like, oh crap, immediately tell yourself, remain calm. Okay, first I need to ensure my own safety. I'm not gonna do a U-turn right here because I don't know if there's any cars coming around this corner. So I'm gonna go around the corner. I'm gonna take a quick look and do a nice, easy U-turn. If you can't do a U-turn inside of this is roughly 20 to 24 feet. If you can't do a U-turn like that and you have to do a 3-point turn on your motorcycle, you need to be practicing. Once again, 24 drills, you're gonna be doing like a couple dozen U-turns in the first couple drills, and you're gonna be practicing your left hand and right hand figure eights, all this other stuff, so that you can actually do that. So part of the whole system is to get you now do the U-turn nice and easy. Part of the system is the rescue, so ensure your own safety and see if there's any major bleeds. Inside the book, get yourself a trauma kit, get yourself a tourniquet, a bunch of other stuff. I talk about that in the book, so that way you know how to stop any major bleeds, and then ensure your own safety, call 911, all that stuff. There you go. So he did a U-turn. It's good just to check.
You heard?
So here's the thing is like usually when somebody crashes and they're like, I'm all right, why is the bike still on the ground? So that's either going to tell me this just happened or he's not all right and doesn't have the strength to lift the bike. So if anything, at minimum, if he is perfectly fine, no bleeding, no concussion, no nothing, you can at least help him move the bike up and then walk through the bike and take a look at it. It's like, okay, no bent rim, things are working pretty well. I think he's able to ride it home. I'm going to sit with him for about 10, 15 minutes to double check, make sure everything's fine. I'm going to ask him if he wants me to call 911. He can always refuse. It is what it is, but I'm going to double check and at least help him lift the bike up.
Yeah, I'm chilling.
You hurt?
Nah.
Hold on.
That's a nice little Harley.
Yeah, my foot rest is gone again.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Okay, watch out for anybody wanting to pull out. There it is. Notice how we weren't going super fast? Honking the horn's not what saved us here. What saved us? Applying the brakes. So swerve, accelerate, brakes. Brakes. Are you blind? Yeah. Just moved on. Nice and chill. I was riding normally, heading to the motorcycle temple in, okay? Suddenly I know something very strange. This vehicle is swerving left and right. Stay away from them. Stay away from them if they're gonna be doing left and right. Might be drunk, diabetic episode, might be having a medical emergency, terrible driver, blind, whatever it is. I don't wanna be side by side or in front of them. And I'm gonna make sure I have a good space cushion. Because in case they apply the brakes hard, I'm able to stop in time. So real quick, I want to point out, look where we are. We're still in the roadway. Either get behind them and then walk up to them. Don't stay in the roadway to say hi. We're still in the roadway. We can get hit.
¿Qué haces, hijo? Escúchame, un sano consejo. Escúchame, papá. Te vas a chocar. Estabas a punto de estrellarte ahorita, brother. Te lo digo como...
Still in the roadway.
No te muevas de aquí.
Anybody know what he's saying?
No, hazme caso, no lo hagas. Te vas a chocar, mijo. Te lo digo. No, pero no te vayas así, no te vayas. Ten cuidado, cuidado.
Se viene la tercera y última parte. Está muy densa, muy densa.
Despacio que está tomado ese muchacho.
Probably drunk driver. Yeah.
Aquí despacio.
Be careful, side by side. I get you want to do it because he can kill somebody on that. Oh, we got a checkpoint. That helps. Yeah, see if you can get the authorities. Not much you could do there. They're going to check on them. But that's the thing is you don't want to be side by side or in front of them because they're going to be either accelerating hard into you. Don't want to be right directly behind them because they can slam the brakes like you just did. Don't be in the middle of the road. Guys, with that said, though, we have 4 more videos. I keep pushing these wrong buttons. We have 4 more videos on this live stream. Thank you for being here. Make sure you guys ride safe, be safe, and I'll see you on the next video.